Gentlemen, it is my pleasure and great honor to introduce the first dedicated Spanish-speaking detective squad. With the rise of criminal activity and murders in our city, you guys are much needed. Now, you will receive special training to be able to handle the rigorous tasks of this job.
I have looked up, down, sideways, any way I can look, and I am satisfied these are the best men that this force can put together.
Being part of the squad, we got elite weapons and gun training. Don't get me wrong, some of us were already killers. Now we were trained killers with badges, doing a very dangerous job.
Are you ready to take on this job?
Work smart, work fast, work hard. Be willing to throw hands, be willing to pull guns, be willing to slap cuffs on people. Be willing to do whatever is necessary to solve crime in the city of Houston. I want you guys to stand tall, now walk tall, and be all we can be.
Man, hold up. Man, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. This your boy Reckless Talk with the Reckless Talk Podcast, Reckless Talk Sports Podcast, Reckless Talk Management and Promotions, A1 Music Empire, Houston City Beat. We are the storytellers of Houston. Man, it's episode 134. Man, we are here with my guy, movie producer, writer, man, Juan Vasquez. What's going on, brother? As y'all can see, we got the squad up there. That's his newest movie coming out in less than 48 hours. It'll be available on Amazon. Let's talk about that, brother. First, introduce yourself, man. What's going on? But it's an honor to have you here.
Hey, I'm happy to be here. Yeah, Juan C Vazquez, L-Rated Indie Films. Making movies since I was in high school. My first one went on Netflix back when they sent out DVDs. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I've been doing this for a minute. Write, direct, produce, edit, act, record music, everything but craft services.
Yeah, hey, man, I love what you got going, bro. But before we even get into the squad, man, let's tell everybody where you originally from. What was it like growing up in your city, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so my mother was born in Texas. My father was born in Puerto Rico, Mexican Puerto Rican heritage. I was raised by Mexicans in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Yeah, brother. On the east side, that's where I grew up, was on the east side of Milwaukee. And then, I gravitated to film at an early age. My aunts worked at the first video store in the city. So, this is back in the 80s. As a kid, I could walk through the video store, and pick out covers, and look at movies, stuff they can't do today. I think that was a big advantage with creativity, and then, just understanding what came before you. So, what you're recreating that's new, because, there's nothing new under the sun. It's how you flip it and add on to it, and you customize it for yourself. So once you get to that point, you realize, it's just really about understanding more stuff that, you didn't know was there. So I was lucky, I was able to, see those movies as a kid. And, I think it really fueled a lot of my creativity. I mean, my first film when I was in high school, and, to Marquette High School over there. And I went and we had got a project to film, basically make a movie. And man, this is back when there was no camera phones. With the big cameras, and only rich people had the big camcorder for the family videos. We didn't, luckily, luckily, like one of my friends had it, and we. Man,
my bad, Juan. Give me 1 second. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah. So that's why I made my first movie, and it was just. I just wrote about things I knew, what was going on in my community, and it was called the Invisible Genius. And then I played like the street hustler that was trying to make kids, follow that character's direction, which was, be a hustler and selling drugs. And one of the kids rebelled against us and started, shooting at us and killing us. And it was called the Invisible Genius.
Yeah.
And while I was filming it, the Milwaukee Police Department rolled up on us when we were filming, and because there's a scene where I was selling drugs in it, and they thought it was real. The neighbors were calling the police. and you know, and I'm sitting here telling the Milwaukee Police Department, no man, we go to school right over here. You know, I'm in high school making a movie, and you know, they let us continue on. And it gets funnier because then you know, at that time we got to do everything. So I got the camera, I'm filming the scene. This car pulls up, and they're trying to buy drugs from me while I'm filming. I mean, I'm not even joking. I mean, because our school's in the hood. And then the next day, the teacher brings it up to us and says, "Hey, did you know the police department called to confirm that we were actually filming?" So you know, I've had a knack for this for a minute. That was my first one. And then after that, I went on to college. I went to the University of Wisconsin-Madison. And while I was there, I met Jesse Borrego from Blood and Blood Out. You know, what else he did? Mi Vida Loca, Fame, Con Air, a ton of movies. But everybody remembers him, of course, from Crucito, from Blood and Blood Out. And I had that poster on the wall when I was in college. And when I was there, I got, you know,
hey Juan, my bad, bro. Give me 1 second. I apologize, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, shout out to Kenny Mad Chop Ruiz, everybody out there in South Florida. Man, I had a blast just being out there. When I went to this big mixer in South Florida, put on by Kenny Mad Chop Ruiz, met with so many just great people. There's so much talent out there in South Florida. I mean, they're putting something together really big. I'm happy to be a part of it. You know, my new projects, we're going to be working with them for sure. So big shout out to Kenny, Mad Chop Ruiz. Big shout out to Rick Sykes. I was just out there with him for Swim Week. You know, big shout out to Joe Rubel and them. All right, we back on?
Yeah, now go ahead, keep giving your shout outs. Go ahead.
Yeah. I want to shout out everybody because, like I said, I just man, I'm jet lagged. So if I look tired, I haven't slept in 6 days. Been Swim Week, event after event, and then catching flights. So yeah, I just want to give everybody a big shout out. I had a blast, man. I was out there for some of the biggest events, and everybody knew about the squad. I mean, the promotion we've been doing out there is amazing. I mean, I got a huge fan base in Texas and a huge fan base in Florida. So, you know, we really add on to those markets big time. But
that's dope, man. No, that's dope. I was gonna actually ask you to give some shout outs if you had any shout outs you want to give. Excuse me. One thing, man, shout outs to you, bro. I know a few people that's been involved with this movie. Dion Garcia, A1 Music Empire.
Big Dion, man. Dion's such a supportive cat, man. He, you know, since I met him, he's always been like, "What do you need, Juan? How can I help?" You know, and that's what I always tell people, man. That you know that there ain't no crabs in the barrel around here in Houston. Like we work together. You know that haterade is not in our water. You know this is a player-made city, man. We work together. We do shit together. You know, or yeah, you're not gonna be one of us because I mean it's a different culture here. And I tell people Houston is a believer city. You know, I came from Milwaukee first to try to go to San Antonio. It just didn't work out very well for me. You know, it was one of those things. Their culture and the economy and infrastructure wasn't nowhere near what we have here in Houston. And I mean, after 1 year being in Houston, I was already casting for this film here, Through the Valley, which is also on Amazon. And you know, this is historically the first Mexican American film shot in Houston, Texas. And you know, hopefully I've inspired a lot of people like my man Tex, you know, over shout out to Hustle Town Networks, man. You know, Tex is one of those guys, man. I'm so proud of him because I've seen him go from just being, you know, a local artist to, you know, an entertainment mogul right now. That's where he's going, you know, really building his brand with you know. So him, Jessica James, the whole crew over there, they're doing a fantastic job.
You know? Yeah, I definitely agree, man. Big shout out to Infamous Tex, like you said, man. That's my guy right there, man. He's been on the show. Shit, as you know, I was just on his podcast last week. I had the whole family on there. Yeah, he definitely, man. Him and Dion, man. If you need anything, they there for you. You know what I mean? Especially Dion, man. Dion, like my big brother, my mentor. You know what I mean? And like you said, man, he's 100% supportive. If he fucks with you and you need anything, that he's there for you. So I definitely agree, man.
Yeah, you know, let his son in when we were doing the squad. You know, this
Hey,
was
real, yeah.
Thursday. I would not have let his son get in the movie. I didn't know how young his son was. You know, A1's a big dude. He's bigger than me.
Yeah, a real a big dude. Yeah, thanks. For real.
Like, you know, I got this scene, man. I got him playing like, you know, bouncers, bartenders, man. Because he was, you know, real mature, carried himself very well.
Yeah.
And but I just laughed, man, when I found out, like, you know, how old he was. I was like, man, Dion, you still went in on me.
Yeah. Big shout out to that, man. For real. That's dope. I want to touch on your awards, man, because you're making progress. And you also said, before we even touch on the award, because you won an award for Trap Playing for the 2016 New York City Web Fest for best film, best drama film. But before we touch on that, you made a comment about just like the culture of Houston, how everyone wants to help and everyone's accepting, man. Once again, I agree on that, because it's the same way, at least for me, I noticed with me being a music manager and doing this podcast, man, in the music industry. You know what I mean? It's like everybody want to help everybody. You know what I mean? And it's not. I'm not saying that's how the whole music industry is, because we both know that would be a lie. You know what I mean? But
you get a lot of help around here if you're doing it right. Yeah, definitely.
Exactly. So let's go ahead, man. Trap Playing was a TV miniseries. It came out in 2017, 6 episodes. And you ended up winning 2016 New York Web Fest Award for the best drama. Let's explain that, and how was that feeling winning that award?
You know, it was one of the things where it was a surreal time, because we had done Through the Valley was already out, ran its course. You know, got me extremely well known. We did a new one, which is Murder Book, which has now been rebranded, because it's we'll talk about that later, but it's a whole feature, and I hadn't chosen to distribute that yet. Before I do that, somebody just told me, you know, I just kind of follow my instincts. Let's do this other project before we even release this one, which is really on. Like, okay, I'm not gonna release something until something's been out. So I held that one, and I had a crazy idea to do this film project called Trap Playing. And so, like, you know, the first thing that I had decided was, okay, I got to get the lead character. And luckily, my good friend John Garzone, you know, he's real. You know, he has a flamboyant personality, so I knew he could do this very easily. And that's what I needed for that main character. And so this was 2015 November. We're in his kitchen, and I'm like, we're gonna do this Trap Playing series. No money, hadn't finished the script, hadn't done casting. November 2016. We're in New York winning Best Drama, beating 3,000 films from everywhere for Best Drama in New York. And yeah, here's that award, man. New York Web Fest. Yep, 2016.
That's dope. That's real dope. Congratulations to that, man.
And now we good about that. Also, that's a lot of the reason why we're here. You know, because that movie was, you know, that project. Everything I've done has really been ahead of its time. I mean, that was a series where, I mean, you know. I don't want to discuss the budget, but the amount of money I had to make that movie, our bar tab was bigger. You know, I mean, it was like we made magic with that thing. I don't know how we were able to finish it. I mean, we had a $50 million plane that we were on. You know, and I think that's where a lot of the artists, like Tex himself, you know, infamous Tex, he got you know, he got inspired. A lot of people got inspired from that Trap Playing phase. You know, I mean, I think even myself as an artist at that time, I was, you know, like questioning, is any of this worth it? Why do we do this? You know, Hollywood, you know, is a controlled system. It's a machine. A lot of those dudes are pawns. They're fake. I'll go on and on with it, but that's the truth. You know, and it's hard to get into a certain level to where, you know, you got financing, you got the people, you got the infrastructure, and somehow we're here in Houston. We were able to create an infrastructure when there was no infrastructure, and do projects like this, you know. So that's why Trap Playing came out. I mean, it was just like, you talk about stretching the dollar, man. We definitely took that to a whole nother level, you know. Shout out to Monica, good to see you, love. Shout out to Kenny, I know you guys are checking us out. You know, but so Trap Playing really just took us to another level, because at that time, see, I don't know, you know, I pay attention to haters, because like, you can learn something from a hater. And you listen to like, what is the hater thinking? And like this one hater said he watched Trap Plane recently and compared it to Tubi. And I was just like, I'm not mad because like you got to think about this. We made Trap Plane before Tubi existed. Perhaps there's a Tubi because of Trap Plane. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah, the idea could have came from Trap Plane.
Yeah,
Exactly.
the whole idea of how these independent films, quote unquote, low budget, whatever hater terminologies they want to use with us. It's an independent film is why I'm L-rated indie films. I'm not L-rated they low budget films. I'm L-rated indie films, and here's why. Independent means this: you produce the movie outside of a Hollywood system. Okay, that's all independent means. It has nothing to do whether you're a trust fund baby, whether you're a hustler with money, or however you did it. Has nothing to do with it. That's the definition of it. So,
Yeah.
people can throw whatever they want to. What up, Bobby? People want to
Bobby
throw.
Bless in the building. Big shout out to Monica, man. A1 Music Empire, the queen of A1 Music Empire, man, for real. Man, I got my Bobby Bless in the building. Yeah. But now, I like you said that, man. And like, so let's go back to the hater talking about it reminds them of a Tubi movie. Really, I don't know why people hating on Tubi. You know what I mean? Because that's a platform that gave independent producers a chance to show their work.
Let me tell you, you know why Tyler Perry is hating on Tubi? Because Tyler Perry is the exact opposite of what Tubi is, in the sense that he's part of the machine, and he doesn't want anybody sharing his light. I mean, I don't know Tyler Perry. I mean, maybe he would be cool if I met him. I don't know. I'm just going by what I've observed and what I put together here. And when Master P said he wouldn't talk to him, well, you want to talk to Master P, like you can learn a lot from him. I mean, what different ways. So when I saw him constantly hating on Tubi, and they're always highlighting the worst of Tubi. Have you watched like the movies that are on? There's a lot of good movies on Tubi.
There is
good shit too. There's B-rate, whatever. Some have bad sound or whatever. But the bottom line is it's a platform for that producer to get his stuff out and possibly get some money because of all that advertising dollars. Yeah. So a person like Medea, he's that's why he's hating on it, because he doesn't want he doesn't want anybody to share that spotlight. I don't care, the spotlight can be everywhere, but someone's going to shine brighter and someone's going to shine longer, but we can't we can't have a spotlight if we don't have an audience, if we don't have a place to take our movies to make money, and unfortunately with these generations, they're trained to that stuff is free. You watch stuff for free. I mean, man, when we did Through the Valley, man, I think I hold the record for most movies sold out of a trunk. I mean,
yeah, let's talk about that right there, because that's that old school grind mentality. I'm gonna go back to the music industry, man. That's like back in you know how it is back in the 90s and the 80s. Everybody selling mixtape about the trunks, man. So let's go to that, man, because you sold quite a few. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, so back to how I started, when Jesse Borrego had come to talk, I was listening to him, and my first mentor is the first Mexican-American filmmaker, Efrain Gutierrez. Shout out to him. He's out there in San Antonio. I read about him, and the way I'm inspiring people right now, he inspired me. Because I was like, whoa, this guy did 3 movies in the 70s.
Well, what did you say his name was?
Efrain Gutierrez.
Efrain Gutierrez. All right.
Yeah,
he's another movie producer, right?
Yeah. He's a guy, he made his films in the 70s. And so when the black exploitation era was really big, he would have been considered brown exploitation. He had his own sauce, and it was Chicano, like he was Mexican American, a lot of Spanglish and whatnot. But he shot his films all in Texas, mostly in San Antonio. And he basically left Hollywood. He told John Wayne and Hollywood to go fuck themselves. They wanted him to play like just bullshit roles continuously, and the type of stuff that was we know there's stereotypes, but show me something that there's going to be stereotypes in everything you do, but everything is not a stereotype.
Exactly. Yeah.
So he got sick of that, wanted to put a message into his film, and that's what we did. We did Through the Valley. Like there was a big message in this movie, man. Big message in this movie, and we shot throughout the north side. And that's where a lot of people got to know me from, and just getting being able to someone you didn't know you could be in a movie, and boom, you're in a movie. And we created that that Brownwood, Hollywood, H-Town, swag that's really been continuing on since people making movies, because, at that time it was extremely hard to make a movie. You know what I'm saying? There was, the iPhone didn't have a camera yet. I mean, it was like that beginning of all that. You're just transitioning into the 1080p stage. Then we got the trapline, that was the 4K stage. So people don't understand all the technological jumps. When Efrain Gutierrez made his movie, this is why you bow down. And I'm like, if you watch this movie today on Tubi, the haters will say, "Oh, this is horrible." Da, da, da. But what they don't take into account is that this is film. They're running around with a film camera, real film. When I first learned to edit, we had to take the tapes and the actual footage and splice them together.
Yeah.
That's called linear editing, and now you're on non-linear, which is your DaVinci's, your Adobe Premieres, or Final Cut Pros, etc. So a lot of people don't know how hard it was to make a movie back then, which is why Hollywood had us by the balls. You couldn't really make a movie unless you were gonna be crazy like us and raise money and go nuts making movies, and that's
Man,
he was.
And I salute you guys, man. You, man, all the independent producers out there, man. I salute you guys, man, because y'all truly going against the grain and making it work. You know what I mean? The same thing with my guy Wiggins, man. I call him the Tubi King, because he's constantly putting movies and documentaries up on Tubi. And like I said before, you mentioned that hater, man. Between Tubi, Netflix, and now Amazon, it's like it's giving independent producers a chance to show what they got. Because back in the day, and when I say back in the day, I'm even speaking as early as 5 years ago. You independent artists could only show their skills and what they do through these festivals. You know what I mean? Going to Vegas or New York or Cali and catching these independent festivals. So I don't know why they're hating on that, but shit. You got movies on Amazon. That's a major thing.
Pick on the dollars, man. I'll tell you, man. I mean, I've been on Netflix. I've been on Amazon, all that. There's no money like independent money, like selling it direct. That's where you make the most money. You got all these middlemen in the middle. You know what I'm saying? So, and Tubi is a middleman, and it's really an unnecessary middleman, but this is how the masses work. They follow what's big, and Tubi's owned by Fox, right? I mean, they're owned by a major company. They're not like, it's not some kid like, in a college dorm room that created this. And they had a Super Bowl commercial. You know what I'm saying? They got money. So people don't really get that. So you got, I was probably the first filmmaker on Amazon Prime. Netflix. What did we do? I want to say it was Trap Plane. We dropped right on there. But I've been on all these platforms right in the beginning. I've got a chance to see them all, just kind of see how they develop and whatnot. But there's a bunch of shit going on. What up, Zen? I tell you, I enjoy the process, Jay. That's the big thing, man. You got to enjoy the process, because in the beginning it'll drive you crazy if you're trying to compete with, the Hollywood facade. It's just not going to work, because that game is rigged, man. Figure it out, man. If you're not winning in their script, you're not winning at all, because it's rigged. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Facts. Man, Central says cinema is just like the music industry. It's about money and the machine. The artistry is there, but the machine that dictates what we see. Big time facts. For real.
That's it, man. You can be the most talented person in the world, but if you think that's all that's gonna, everybody knows this by now. It's hustle, talent, ambition, and you know what? When you do all that, then you get lucky. Because that work builds. I mean, like just getting back from South, it was just amazing how many people knew me out there. Like, I was like, wow, you expect to be known in your hometown, because Houston's my hometown. I'm on like movie 7 now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's been so much fun. But you build a fan base and you work with people, and it just gets bigger and bigger. So hence you create your own machine. That's kind of how I've been seeing here in Houston. Is we've been creating our own machine to where we don't need them.
That's dope, man. That's dope. Like I said, I salute you with that, man. Man, let's get to why we're here, man. The squad. I'm gonna pull up the flyer, and then we're gonna run the trailer one more time. Let me pull this flyer up. There we go.
There it is. That's the official new one.
This is based on a true story.
Based on true events. That's right. Yeah. So So Houston had the
All right,
first.
based on true event.
Yeah. Houston had the first dedicated Mexican American detective squad in America. Spanish speaking, that's a fact. So that's historical. That's what we're touching on. And then what we did, we studied what was going on during that time. There's some podcasts on it. All these guys got their own story. We wove it together into the squad, which is 5 different, Latino Mexican American detectives. And as the story goes, real life, they called themselves the Chicano Squad. So that's why I pay homage to them by saying Rise of the Chicano Squad.
Yeah. All right, my quick question, because this is actually really interesting. Is this movie based off that Chicano Squad back in the 80s?
So they started in 78. Okay. And then they operated to 2010. This is Squad 1. We got Squad 2 coming out right after. And then Squad 3, well, I'm still writing that script, but it's going to be the 90s because I already got a new series, Northside, I'm going to do right after we do this one. So the Squad 1 takes place from essentially 78 to 88. So that's why you see the cars there. Shout out to my man Fonzo. Love you, Fonzo. That's Fonzo's vintage Monte Carlo there that you see on the cover. Shout out to Tyler Gallant. You see Tyler there. Tyler's blowing up right now. He's did a movie with Mickey Rourke. He's killing the game. Kenny Mac Chop Ruiz. He's playing one of the main characters in Northside. We're filming here after in the summer. And then you see Tim right there from Drop Shop. Tim Waymeyer from Drop Shop. Dropped It Records. Man, he did just an amazing job, man. He nailed his part as a detective. And then of course Pablo Nunez, a lot of people know him, associated with the House Records, played SPM before in the past, and he actually played a main character in Trap Plane. That's how we met.
Okay,
and then and then you see the guy in the back there, that's Mike Gassaway. Let me tell you, he stole the show, man. I feel like, I'm a main character, did a good job. Man, Mike, he's like the glue that you got to have, like, get everybody together. I know when like Rock Williams came on to do, he played the police chief, Lee Brown. So the funny thing about this is a quick little, I'm going to move to the side to talk about this real quick. So, people hearing about the movie coming out, right? Rock Williams, I give him so much credit. He started talking on Facebook about it and was mentioning, what wasn't the police chief, black at the time, and it was Lee Brown. I said, yeah, and I had not cast that role yet. So he literally got in where he fit in right out the gate and got a big part in it. When you watch the trailer, that's him in the beginning.
That's dope. We're gonna get to the trailer real quick. Monica says, sorry to ask, but where and how can we see the squad? The squad will be available June 6th, literally less than 48 hours on Amazon Prime or Amazon.
Amazon Video. So it's a new release until October. So we're doing promotion all summer for it. I mean, we're just getting summer, and this is the summer of the squad. We'll be promoting. I'm just pacing myself because it's we got Squad 1, Squad 2 dropping this summer, and so it won't be like on Tubi or Amazon Prime for like October. So you got to buy it till October.
Awesome, hell yeah. Man, when we get off here, I got so many questions because I asked you for a reason. Is this about the original squad back in the 80s and stuff? And your answer confirmed. I actually know one of my friends, their dad was part of that squad.
What's the name?
I don't remember off top. He actually passed away. But man, I'm not gonna get into it because if you guys touch on what I'm about to say in the movie, I don't wanna.
Yeah, you know what? We couldn't have that off camera, but I studied. I haven't done this much research for a movie since my first one, Through the Valley. I mean, what was happening at the time was the pandemic happened. I had time. I had enough money in the residuals to do what I wanted to do. What do I want to produce? And the story of the Chicano Squad kept popping in my head, and I had played a CIA agent in Trap Plane. So I always wanted to play a detective. So this is kind of a good caveat. I think it's going to be $10. I got but we'll post it up there. But yeah, it's gonna be on Amazon, all the video on demand platforms. Like Xfinity, all of them. You can buy it all on demand everywhere.
Hey, what about renting? I know we can buy them. What about if you wanted to rent the movie?
Yeah. I believe it's $5 to rent, $10 to buy.
Yeah, definitely. You might as well you might as well go buy. Man, we are live on YouTube, YouTube Music, and Facebook. If you rock with us on YouTube, hit that like and subscribe button. Go ahead and share. If you rock with us on Facebook, like, comment, love, share. Man, let's get Juan's name out there even more than what it is. Let's get that movie out there. Man, if you rock with us on YouTube Music, man, we truly appreciate you guys. My podcast goes where you go. Man, let's go ahead and run that. Let's go ahead and run the trailer again real quick. So I'm sure we got more people in here that was in here earlier. Let's see where we at. Here we go.
Gentlemen, it is my pleasure and great honor to introduce the first dedicated Spanish-speaking detective squad. With the rise of criminal activity and murders in our city, you guys are much needed. Now, you will receive special training to be able to handle the rigorous tasks of this job.
I have looked up, down, sideways, any way I can look, and I am satisfied these are the best men that this force can put together.
Being part of the squad, we got elite weapons and gun training. Don't get me wrong, some of us were already killers. Now we were trained killers with badges, doing a very dangerous job.
Are you ready to take on this job?
Work smart, work fast, work hard. Be willing to throw hands, be willing to pull guns, be willing to slap cuffs on people. Be willing to do whatever is necessary to solve crime in the city of Houston. I want you guys to stand tall, now walk tall, and be all we can be.
Boom. All right. Again, cheers to everybody out there for watching, tuning in, having me on the podcast. I mean, I enjoy it. I appreciate the love. Salute. And again, I just want to shout out everybody that was in the movie. I mean, when you look at the squad, I mean, this was incredibly tough to make. Everybody was out there would tell you we're filming in the summertime. I mean, it's like 100-degree weather. We're hopping out of a Monte Carlo with no AC. There's no AC. It's the 70s. And I mean, we did like 10 takes in a row. So, it's one of them things where you just like, if you weren't in battle, you would have quit, but you knew you couldn't quit.
Can y'all hear me now? We good?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, cool. Hell yeah. Man, that movie looked good as hell. That movie looked really, really good. What makes you, man? I don't even know where to start because just watching that trailer, like, really excited. Like, it really is. What do you think makes this movie different from all of your other projects?
Man, that's a good question. I think you get better. There's nothing wrong with how you started. You can't compare how you started to where you're at. I think you got to enjoy the process. Like, I can't beat myself up about what was, that year's problem. This is one you just try to make it as best you can, and you got a limited amount of time to do stuff, so you got to maximize that time because you can't recreate it. You know what I'm saying? I would say, with this one, it was just like, I think Infamous Tech said it. It's just my best one. It's like we put it together on this one. The amount of the talent level is probably the greatest level of talent I've assembled.
That's dope, man. I'm excited to watch it. Let's talk about the viewing party. Is the viewing party, where's it gonna be at? Is it open?
Yeah. signing autographs, and I got the new posters for everybody who buys the movie. We're just doing a meet and greet. It's the summer of promotion. We're gonna be doing these all over. Shout out to our sponsors, Taqueria around us. Shout out to David Haven's law firm. We got LED Sign Connect, all our sponsors that are putting money in and helping us do things. And then, shout out to my man Cooter Brown. Cooter Brown did the soundtrack with me. So we got so much going on. I mean, like when I tell you I'm crazy jet lagged, it's hard for me to remember everything going on. But so the soundtrack is dropping too. So yeah, we're gonna put it together. We're gonna let artists perform. It's gonna be a party. It's gonna be a celebration. Where it's not a stuffy environment. Don't come dressed in a suit. Just come relaxed, have fun. It's meet and greet. I'm signing autographs, getting a new poster. We're chopping it up. The big thing with the squad is that we got so much community involvement in it. You can't make everybody happy. Just be happy being you, and that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, I like that. Hell yeah. You said y'all have an artist performance. You have more artist slots available, or y'all filled up?
Yeah, I know. We're gonna start. I'm gonna pretty much just see who wants to check in and perform. Because I'm getting like just hit up by everybody. I mean, if you want to help with that, definitely let me know. I mean, I just want to let people shine with me. It's not about me that day. It's about everybody who participated, because a lot of my talent are music artists, and they're doing it because they want to get their names out there. So I try to help and allow that when I can. And this is one of those.
Man, that's super dope, man. I definitely have some artists. We was with two of them the other night, so I'll definitely talk to them. I'm actually about to meet up with T when we get off here. So
I forgot. I want to shout out Cooter Brown, because I'm gonna tell you what, man. This guy inspired me. You get to a point where you got to cut off. Like, nobody knew, right? I don't mess with nobody new. I got too much going on. I got to take care of the people that are with me right now. You got too much on the plate. And the movie was done. Was done. This is like so we've done two major premieres for it. We had the first major one in Match downtown, and we did one in South Florida with Kenny, and I think it was in Del Rey, and people loved the movie. I made a couple more changes since then, but the main change that was made when we had those screens was the theme song. So I want to say it was maybe 2 months max before we started. We had the premieres, and we had this meeting with this crew, which actually turned out to be another film, Rise of the Hustler, which we're still working on. But he met me. He goes, "Well, what do you need for the squad?" I go, "Man, hold up, homie. We're not talking about the squad. We're talking about this project." He goes, No. I want up the squad." I'm like, No. And he was so persistent. He was so persistent that, I was like, "All right, well, He goes, "Well, what do you need music wise? What do you need?" I go, "Okay." I gave him a Mission Impossible. You know what that, like when you do business, give someone like F off price. I gave him a Mission Impossible. I was like, "Oh, you know what I want? I want like that, that deep cover. That was always like, that Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, and then of course I also like the remake, the one with Big Pun and Fat Joe, like those. That energy was what I wanted. Kid you not, within 4 days he sent me the track that was so money like that. Yeah, and then so me and him, we got in the studio like 1 week later. I did my part to it. He did his part. And I go, "You know what? We got to get ESG on this." So then ESG came in the next week, did his part. And shout out to ESG, shout out to Juan Gotti, shout out to Filero, shout out to all the Dope House artists that were in there, man. It's so many people. You're going to see them when you see the movie, but it was incredible. But ESG and my manager Hardware Wayne, they play the Jenkins brothers, which is based off of these two big time crack dealers out of Detroit. So I take a lot of the characters that you see, they're not that person, but I patterned them after that person. You see what I'm saying? You're not going to get their whole story. You're going to get who they are in this story. So ESG, ESG, the main character in it. And then, man, shout out to ESG, man. Love that brother. He came in, he did 2 tracks for me. He did What Up, Leslie? We came in, he did so it's called The Squad, Rise of the Chicano Squad. That's the title track on the soundtrack. All the music that you're going to hear in the movie comes out the same day as the movie on Apple, Spotify, all that too. So, I wanted to make soundtracks dope again, and a lot of times it gets hard when you got so many people to work with. I got really lucky on this one in the sense that I had a producer who was more eclectic with instruments, which is more going to be more your 70s, 80s vibe. You know, get more instruments and whatnot. And so that one track, you know, with Cooler, that ended up being the main title track. And you know, so since then we're actually working on the album now. But what's cool is I'm dropping my soundtrack and my movie. You know, new releases till October, man. You know, it's like living the dream on your terms.
Man, that's dope, man. I'm real proud of you, bro. You making some moves, and the fact that you're involving a lot of locals. You know what I mean? Whether it's actors and actresses or music artists, that's real dope, man. That's I commend you for that, man. We got LMFJ in the house, man. He said congratulations. Yeah, that's super dope, man. Before we go ahead and end this, man, what I know, so we got you're working on the squad too. What else are you working on? Number one, when can we expect the squad 2, and what else are you working on, and when can we expect the future project?
Yeah, so Squad 1 is dropping obviously June 6th, this Thursday, and that's going to be a new release till October. We're going to release Squad 2 around September, and then Squad 3. What up, Sam? We're gonna read Squad 3 after we film it. We haven't filmed Squad 3 yet. That's why a lot of people want to get in where they fit in with me. But the next project, I've already cast for most of it. I'm filming this in South Florida and Houston. I got so many big names already attached for Northside, the series. You know, so people are so excited about that one. I mean, it's about this guy who gets out, did 10 years, and he wants his money from the mob. And you meet all the relationships he's built along the way, how he's planning to outsmart them when he gets out. It's been a lot of fun writing that one. I've just been taking my time because right now I'm setting it as a series. So I could turn it into 5 seasons right now. What I got.
Yeah, man, I'm excited, man. That's super dope, man. Before we go ahead and end this, man, what advice would you give to the next generation of entrepreneurs trying to pursue their goals and dreams?
I'll be honest with you. The best advice I'm gonna give them is make money, make your own money, build your own money, because be your own bank. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this shit anymore. I'm really tired of us not, raising our economic levels. You know what I'm saying? Quit. Everybody can't be a rapper and live off a rapper's salary. Everybody can't be make music videos and just make a living off it. You got to have multiple streams of income. You got to elevate your community. And figure out how to make money yourself, so you can kick in and support yourself and fund your own dream. I mean, I'm here because I've put a lot of my money into this dream. I mean, and now it's a reality. I mean, I wake up like, living the dream. I mean, I woke up on a yacht yesterday. Like, shit, life is crazy.
Yo, I see the fucking pictures. Oh my goodness, yo, this man, and that's what I love, man. Because like you putting in that work, so that life you living, you earned it. I'm not gonna say deserve, because no one deserves nothing. You gotta put that work in. You gotta earn that shit. And you earn it. Man, look, everybody listen, check this out, man. He posted, man, like when he really said he woke up on the yacht, he mean that shit. Not no boat. He ain't just fishing. This man is out there on the yacht, man, living the fucking dream. You know what I mean? And I salute you to that, man. Bro, I love seeing my people win, man. I don't care. Like, I'm that person, like, I'm a hype up my people, you know what I mean? Because I love to see everybody win, and you are winning, my guy. And once again, man, salute to you, man, for real. I love it. I love seeing. Like,
I appreciate y'all.
When I see my people win, I feel like I'm winning. You know what I mean? I get excited like as if I just won something. You know what I mean? So, man, we will definitely see you on Thursday, man, for real. Like, it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope, for real.
Right, man. Y'all support. I have the new posters for you to sign, everything. I'm just, I'm barely getting caught back up with this, man. I'm so excited to see everybody Thursday, man. Thanks for everybody out there supporting us. We got more work to do, man. We got more stuff to do. So let's get to it and have fun doing it.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you. Like I said, man, we will see you Thursday for sure, man. Everybody, the squad will be available on Amazon. Go ahead and buy it. It's $10. This Thursday, June 6th, we are less than 24 hours away, man. Excuse me, this movie's gonna be epic. Y'all don't want to miss it.
Buy the movie. You got to support us. We can't make more movies if you don't. I mean, you got to realize this, man. I mean, I'm in Miami. A drink is $22 damn. Gone. You won't buy my movie for $10. You cheap ass. Get out there, So if you won't buy my movie, don't walk your ass in the club and buy a $10 drink.
There you go. He living that yacht life, man. Buy that movie, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, I appreciate you, everything you do, man. Everything you do for the culture, for the city, man. For real. I truly appreciate you, man. And I wish you nothing but success beyond your imagination. It's ain't that. Man, this your boy Reckless Talk with the Reckless Talk Podcast, Reckless Talk Sports Podcast, A1 Music Empire, Houston City Beat, Reckless Talk Management and Promotion. Man, we are the storytellers of Houston. Man, it's episode 134 or 35. I don't even know anymore. Man, kicking it with movie producer Juan Vasquez. We are out of here. H-Town, stay